Barbarians are loads of cool.
Yeah, apparently Barbarian, you see, you just burst out laughing at, and they walk off in shame. Simple as that. But now there's a few dodgy scenes.
Yeah, that's one of the things that sold it as my starter class is the fact there's loads of cool stuff they can do. Because, you really want to put like a charisma class to get all the conversations, but occasionally just be able to yell at people really loud and have them behave. It's the future.
I killed the Gilyaki thingy, the lady, when trying to rescue her from that crate. I clicked the wrong option. I was like, I might as well just kill her now.
Cut out the middleman.
First chance I got, I killed Astarion.
Astarion's my hero, man. He's brilliant.
Yeah, he annoys the hell out of me.
Is it because he's almost as pretty as you?
Because he's whining the whole time that he's got such bad luck and things. It's like, well, you're a vampire. Do something about the damn thing.
Dude, that's literally what you do.
Yeah, but I'm not a vampire. I can't charm people by looking at them.
Okay.
Anyway.
How are we doing?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Oh, hey, we have an evil insomniac present amongst us. Sorry about tonight. A little bit overrun on my needed to do a one-to-one with the boss ahead of my holiday for 2 weeks. So.
I thought it was a meeting. I was going to suggest you tell the other people to stop talking so much. That wouldn't work with your boss.
No.
No.
It was a good meeting, actually. All right, so, last session. You arrived at camp. Voila. You got to know a few people at camp. You've decided that you don't really like your employer, Rutger Reuter. You were employed by the dwarf to to remove the Ogham stones to the sort of the northeast of the camp. You chose to do that. You were paid, I think, seven silver pennies or 7 silver shillings for each stone. Well, 7 silver shillings total each for all 7 stones, so 1 shilling per stone. You also discovered, under said central stone, a bunch of gold torques that you, after some discussion, decided to surrender up to the lady. One sec. Come on in. Come on. Come on. I have a cat who would sit at the door, scratching the door until I let him in. I'll just let him in. So you surrendered, after some discussion amongst the party, you surrendered the talks over to the lady, and I believe you negotiated approximately 60 silver pennies total each. Well, not each, sorry, total for the talks that you gave over. And I believe, roughly speaking, that's where we left it, if I remember right.
Yeah.
As a summary. So the rest of the day has you doing a few basic moving things around kind of tasks in camp. You spend a little bit of time observing the building of the water mill, and even though most of you are not engineers by any stretch of the imagination, you can't help but get a sense that they're fighting a bit of a losing battle against the waterlog foundations. Despite the dwarf yelling and shouting at the Strigani, there's not a great deal of progress being made. That evening, you settle and enjoy another meal. The mist continues to disperse throughout the day, the fog, and by evening time, the fires are clear, the burning, you can see the sky, and there is definitely a sense of relief amongst the camp. The Strigani are more conversational. They give you bigger bowls, fuller bowls of food. the dancing, the singing, the drinking after the meal just seems to be a lot more buoyant, a lot more joyous than it had done the previous day. Is there anything you want to do specifically that evening?
Not me. No.
No, I was going to say I'll be knackered from digging up stones.
See, he wants to go back out now.
I still think we need to keep watches. Even though the mist has gone.
We're in a massive camp with loads of other people.
Yeah, who are all going to be asleep and drunk.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's set up 4 watches. At least then we get plenty of sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep watch because I can't get to sleep with this stone in my bag somewhere.
Okay. I would like one of you to make a general fellowship test,
God.
but up to
Who's got the best fellowship skill?
So at easy.
Yeah, fellowship's a
44.
stat.
It's
Yeah,
a,
it's a stat.
sorry, it's a what? It's a skill, is it?
It's a stat.
It's a stat. It's a stat on first
One of your
page.
main.
Oh,
one of your
I
main
see.
yeah.
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 36.
Yeah, knowing I'm less than that, not me.
I can help.
I'll do it.
I'm 44.
Oh,
So-
there you go.
I'm assuming
Bollocks.
You're not the
Alpha
prettiest.
is the easy roll.
Mine's 40.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll leave you guys to do it
Well,
then.
I'm betting that Kay's is even higher again.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Kay. Let's have a look at Kay. The lovely Kay. How is she? So actually, no. Kay's is 38. So she's not bad, but it's not her strong point at the moment.
Oh.
Better.
Oh, very good.
Well,
Nice.
Lanwin.
Bloody hell.
That's fantastic.
You are pretty.
How many of you join in the song and dancing around the large bonfire that they erect in the middle of the camp after the food?
I'm not really a singer and dancer.
No,
Right.
I wouldn't. No, I would be
Not my
drinking
I'll-
scene.
I'll watch.
drinking the veil and watching.
One of the I would say Rico grabs Kay and begins to dance with Kay, and another one grabs Ella,
Yeah, that's what we like.
which is quite funny because the guy that grabs Ella is probably about 5'6".
I'm having images of Love in an Elevator by Aerosmith with that giant woman dancing with the dwarf.
Okay.
What?
But you're invited to join the dancing and singing in the middle of the camp.
I'll
Ella.
have
You
the
don't
dances.
participate.
No thanks.
I'll just lean and drink my tankard and watch.
Okay, so you're going to say no.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not dancing.
Okay.
I'll have a dance.
Okay. Well, one of the Strigani ladies will grab Lanwin then and dance around. The one that comes to grab you kind of looks at you and frowns and says something in his native tongue. One of the others laugh in earshot
What, to me?
at whatever he says.
No, I mean, are they talking to me?
Well, yeah, the one that came to offer you a dance, you've said no. He's muttered something out loud in his own tongue as he's shaking his head and starting to walk away. To which another one laughs.
Okay.
And he goes and grabs one of the other Strigani girls, and starts dancing. This goes on for a while, and as one by one, various men and women of the Strigani people begin to disappear off to their caravans. Rico kind of stops dancing with Kay, and he kind of comes over to you all and he says, Wagon, wagon, you sleep. I will see you in the morning.
Thank you.
You are all right. The city dwellers. And he goes off to his wagon. The following morning, can everybody give me perception test? Average perception test, please.
Perception.
Average.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh God.
Oh,
Most
Just
of you are a
right.
bit groggy from the beer.
I am.
Yeah, I got some
Yeah.
mashed, bruv.
Yeah.
The wine
Was the what?
and the whiskey.
I didn't get to consume alcohol test, so maybe I'm just pretending to lure people into a false sense of.
Yeah, I didn't force you to do a consume alcohol test. To be fair, I probably should have done.
Has anybody made it? Oh, Rembrandt. Thank goodness for that. Somebody's made it. I've just failed.
Let's just have a look.
I could make it.
I'm not sure how, given the amount I'm getting slapped in the face.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to make it. Gonna
Beaten up at the moment.
One myself. So I've just made it.
Okay, all right. Rembrandt and Elgast, you both awake to a general sense of alarm amongst the camp.
I'm getting up pretty quick, weapon in hand.
Yeah, same. Looking for where the biggest congregation are, or where Rico is.
There's probably there's 7 of you, aren't they? 6 of you, 7 of them? I don't know.
Yeah, 7 of us.
7 of you. So there's probably 4 of you in this one, and
Yeah.
the 2 girls plus 1 other person in the other tent, other caravan. Are you waking the other 2 up in your tent? So I'm going to say Elgas, Rembrandt, probably Thomas, and probably Volquin, and then you've got Lanwin, Ella, and Kay in the other wagon.
In the party wagon.
I will certainly be not too gently, but certainly not putting the boot in. Give them a bit of a kick and rouse yourselves. Something's up in the camp as I get up.
From the other tent, from the other wagon nearby where you are, you can just hear snoring.
Oh,
And it's not necessarily Lanwin.
yeah, bang the hilt and sword on the side of the wagon,
Okay.
and that's about
Isn't
it.
it?
Do that as I walk past towards the group.
Okay.
If they wake up, they wake up.
You can see sort of stood approximately middle of camp. Fulgrim and Rico are in a fairly animated conversation.
Okay. Head over.
And as you head
Yeah.
over, Fulgrim kind of looks over. Morning.
Oh no?
You seen the boss?
Okay. No, not yet.
Boss is missing.
Which one?
Okay.
Okay, who saw him last?
Well, that's the point. He left the party early last
I
night.
saw him yesterday.
Well, yeah, we all saw him yesterday at tea time. He left the party early, went back to his tent, and that's the last we've seen of him.
Any sign of disturbance at the tent?
I'm assuming we checked his tent.
Say again, evil. Sorry.
I assume we've checked his tent.
I'm assuming someone's checked his tent.
Well,
Oh yeah, he's in bed. That's all right.
we don't normally go inside his tent. No, I did my usual. I called him from outside and rang the little bell, and no response.
Right, I'll walk over to the tent and pull the flap aside.
Okay, tent is empty.
Totally empty or just empty of people?
Empty of people.
Any sign of disturbance?
Give me a perception check. Challenging.
Not my strongest skill by any means. No.
Your initial impression: the bed hasn't been slept in. Certainly not last night. It does look like he has a habit of generally making it. There is no sign of a disturbance in the tent to suggest a fight of any kind.
There's no clothing being left behind or backpack missing or something like that. That would...
Doesn't appear to be.
Okay. Looking outside his tent, is there a trail leading anywhere? Like he's worn a path to a certain place that it might go in the middle of the night or something like that. Needs to go to the toilet or something like that.
Question. Give me another challenging perception test.
No, these guys don't like me like Baldur's Gate. No.
You don't have tracking, do you?
No, not the tracking skill. The survival's the closest I've got.
There's a bunch of there's a bunch of tracks coming to and from the tent. There's a bunch of disturbances in the grass around the tent, but to your eye, doesn't seem to be anything untoward.
Doesn't look like he's been here. Doesn't look like he slept there last night, so don't know where he went.
Does anybody else want to
Thomas,
take a look around?
is Thomas out yet?
I rolled a 99, dude. I think I'm still asleep.
Thomas is still a little bit comatose in the wagon.
Right.
I'll be with you in a bit, yeah?
I'll be
go
making my
over
way
to-
across from the wagon, seeing what all the kerfuffle's about. Hopefully, once I've woken up, I'll have woken up Ella and Kay.
I'll go to Rico and said, can any of your crew track at all? Just to see whether or not he left in the night?
He nods, gestures to two of the people, and they start scouting out around from the tent.
I'll watch them, see how they're doing it.
They're just small, start small and then start looking out concentric circles. And you watch as kind of one sort of heads that direction. And then
Back in a sec, sorry.
And then you hear from amongst the brush and the bushes, you hear a call. Rico looks at you and found him.
Oh. Head over.
So as you head over
What's he
to
doing?
where at the sound of the call, probably every single Strigani within earshot starts to head in that direction. And as you kind of push your way through, you are greeted by a rather gruesome sight.
Let me
On the riverbank,
Right.
amongst the stand of bulrushes, the dense, tall stalk waving in the breeze, lies the body of Rutgeruta. His corpse, a shocking sight, dressed in what once was probably a white linen smock, though now it is covered in a mixture of mud and blood.
Ooh, sorry, I'm back. I don't miss
His
anything.
right arm is missing. Torn flesh at the shoulder speaks of many sharp and savage incisions. The odd thing to one who has begun on a journey of inflicting pain on others, the body, the face, is serene, eyes closed, mouth slightly agape. On the edge of the bank, amidst the body, you can see large three-toed footprints. A small set of wispy trails of mist seem to kind of congregate around the body and then roll off down onto the grousey lake. A voice from just behind you cries out, "It's true that this place is cursed. The great beast of Orchlam is here. It has come for blood just as my mother spoke. The time to leave has come." Enrico makes a gesture. All around you watch the Strigani repeat the gesture, turn and head back towards camp.
Do we
Is
know
it
this?
is it like warding against evil type thing? I'm assuming trainee witch and tide.
It is
Basic.
a yes. It could be a signal that could be construed as a ward against evil. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
I got out
superstition
of bed
type
yet?
thing.
Yeah, you're all out of bed because you'll all have heard the commotion and the cries and the calls.
Alright, can I make a law beast roll to see if I
You
recognise
can
the
make a law beast roll. Yes, you can.
I think it's gonna be easy, right? Because there's the
No,
books and soft terrain.
Challenging.
It's gonna be challenging, isn't it? Yeah,
Always
here we go.
challenging.
Right, so I've got my 99 out the way, here we go. There we go.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
A
Under the hangover.
three-toed beast. It could be many things. Though three toes so pronounced are not common. Casting around, looking at the imprint on the bank and then kind of following it down into the grousey at this point is probably not really flowing, and so it's fairly gentle and fairly still. You notice that there are many other footprints, and each of them bears a slight difference to your eye. Just enough for you to realise that this thing probably has 8 legs.
Aha, no, I was
And you
thinking it had.
casting your mind to the books that you've read, the beasts that you've seen in drawings and pictures, and you wonder if this is the reptilian creature known as a basilisk.
Ooh.
Fucking have basilisks.
Can I go with the Strigani?
Yeah.
See, I know nothing about basilisks. So,
Well, it's up to Thomas whether he tells you this. At this point, there is only you as a group and Steigler. And Steigler kind of looks down as Thomas is kind of scouting around these, you see him, he puts his hand in one and he gets close to another and maybe even sniffs another, but he's kind of, examining them. And as he's coming to this conclusion.
Who's doing this?
Sorry, you.
Oh, me. Yeah. That's me. Yeah, I was doing that.
She looks at the body, and those of you who, Thomas is busy tracking at the moment. The rest of you note there is undisguised contempt about her face. So, now the dotard gets himself killed. Suppose I'm going to have to explain this to his parents as if he hadn't already caused me enough problems.
Are the wounds on the body consistent with a basilisk attack?
They're consistent with something with sharp teeth that is rippy in nature. So, given the footprint around
Can
it...
we examine the body?
Yeah.
I
was going to say the expression you said was serene, so as if it's been.
He might have taken a shit. He might have been taking a shit though.
Anybody got heal?
Yes.
If you've got heal, give me an easy test. Otherwise, give me a hard perception test.
Easy. What is it with dice tonight? 87 needing 82.
66. Vulcan can't succeed on a hard test.
Where is my perception?
How much you're currently still tracking at this point?
Fair enough.
You said hard perception, right?
Hard perception.
Rembrandt's got.
Well, that's shit.
There's Rembrandt's got heal as well.
Let me have a look.
What about Kay? Doesn't she have?
It's far too useful a skill for Kay to have.
Pulling out his kind of dagger, he kind of starts parting bits of the body, does Rembrandt, and he kind of starts pointing to things with the tip. And he says, notice how the left hand bears no defensive wounds. And other than the missing arm, which appears to have been ripped, torn, lacerated, the rest of the body bears no crushes, bruising, or bite marks.
Is it almost like he was leaning into the river and with his arm?
No, the tracks say one thing, the remains of the body say another.
Stiegler kind of... Well,
where did these tracks come from?
As far as Thomas can tell, they go into the lake.
Yeah, but where were they coming from? As in the other direction of
up to the lake.
So they go into the lake and then out of the lake.
Yes.
All right. So people came from the lake.
But Rico said it's the beast from the swamp, and he pointed to the swamp that you can see across the lake.
Oh, right.
As where he thinks it's come from.
Wait a minute. Where's the bigger map thingy? No, that's not right. Is that it? No.
Hang on.
Didn't you have another map that was a bigger one? Because the swamp I thought was to the. Yeah, the swamp was to the.
Yes.
To the east, but where he died, it was south.
Correct. And Rico points across to the east and to the swamp.
So that's another.
Isn't it west?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah. But you've determined that the body doesn't look like it's been mauled by a beast.
Thomas, are you telling everybody that you think it's a basilisk?
I'm telling people that there's basilisk tracks, and the damage is consistent with something being savaged. But have we? we don't know whether that is how he actually died. I'm a suspicious man by nature, and he could have been left here to be fed on by any bad actor, which is very important.
Yeah, well, I was going to
That's what
say,
I'm telling people.
wouldn't it, if it was a beast, it would have taken the food with it, I would have thought.
Not necessarily.
It looks happy. Well, the body looks happy.
Yeah.
How can you look happy when you're dead?
To be fair, I've met his sister,
The
so I'd be
expression-
quite happy if I was dead.
It doesn't look like it was attacked by something. There's no sign of fear.
Is he
Yeah.
wearing what's he wearing? Is he like wearing pajamas or something?
Smock.
Yes, he's wearing his night clothes.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe he came out to do his night soil, and his heart might have just stopped,
Yeah,
and
but
then
he's
something's
still,
eating him.
yeah, the expression on the face is still wrong.
Correct. The expression on the face is wrong. Doesn't make sense for the. You put aside the fact that the rest of the body doesn't have any injuries. It doesn't make sense for the if he was alive at the point of the arm coming off.
It looks like he's been, for that type of expression, he'd need to be at death. He'd have to be drugged or some poison that makes him feel happy.
What are you saying that somebody ripped his arm off after he died?
That's the impression that I'm getting. How much blood is there around the wound?
Thomas,
Hi.
you can ask me 2 questions about what you know about basilisk. And by that I mean you can physically ask me 2 game mechanic questions.
Okay. Do basilisks have a favourite colour? No, sorry. Everything.
Oh,
Right. Do basilisks eat carrion?
they can do. I'm going to give you this one for free.
Right.
They can do.
Right. Are they susceptible to being charmed or otherwise afflicted by magical persuasion?
Basilisks. Yes, they would be.
Ooh. Okay. And so we know it went into the water. We don't know where it came from, do we?
No.
I mean, is there any evidence that it just spontaneously appeared out of nowhere?
No.
So we
What you
can-
know of basilisks.
Sorry, what I know of basilisks is that we need a what do I know of basilisks? That's the question.
Living in a swamp is not uncommon for a basilisk.
Okay, so the question would be knowing what's around us, where did it come from?
Most probably the Orchlam, the so-called Orchlam swamp to the west of you.
Cool. Okay. And tracks lead that way?
Hard to tell because the creature came in off the coast at the south.
Yeah. Gotcha. So
But-
we're around where the sea is on the black stones, aren't we? Or the A.
Correct. Yeah, you're roughly where the A is. Yeah.
Roughly where the A is. Okay. Cool. Okay, so it could have been.
And
How,
yeah,
how
so-
did she get it here? Is the question.
One other thing. So, what you would know is it does have a petrifying gaze.
Well, everyone knows that, right?
No,
No. Okay.
none
now
of
we do.
them know that because none of them have ever encountered a basilisk before.
Petrifying is in
Right.
turning to stone or paralyzing.
That's the distinction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So it's paralysing. So he was beautified and paralysed, which is why he looked so happy because he was pooing.
Yeah, but if it's
Or
not
maybe the other
paralyzed and it's petrified,
Or maybe
Then
knocking one out or something.
that's not what did it. Well, you can check if you want, the body's here.
All right, if you guys leave me alone for a minute. Okay, so to the team, the chances are it was eaten by a monster, which may or not have been summoned to do the deed on him. It's a little bit suspicious, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a plot concept.
How big is a basilisk?
At least the size of 8 men wide. At least it's taller, 2 men shoulder to shoulder.
It counts as enormous from a size perspective.
Okay, so the footprints that you found,
A little.
it's going to be really heavy. How deep are the footprints?
Yeah, they match what would be an enormous creature.
Right, okay.
And the size matches what would be an enormous creature.
Right. An enormous creature wouldn't feed on just an arm. It would probably eat the whole thing.
Yeah, I think we've got a baby.
Either a baby or a fake.
Somebody.
There's a lot of people didn't like him. Take a look at what skills I've got. Do I know of any way to, from a torturing point of view, to keep someone happy while inflicting pain on them?
There are plenty of drugs that you could feed somebody. Yes.
Do I know of any way to check for them? Does it leave any signs?
Not that you would know at this point. No.
Okay. And the only thing I've got law torture, but that's as far as it goes. And heal. Well, either way, we've got to hunt down whatever the hell this is, I think.
What time is it still late?
It's morning now.
It's morning now. Oh, cool. Sorry, I was sorting the child out when that happened. Yeah.
Gast, I think you're right, because we don't want to be leaving that thing out here if it's as big and as deadly as what Thomas has been saying.
Yeah.
And if they're building a mill here, they can't have a mill with this thing wandering around.
No, they can't. We'll speak to the lady, because there might be some coin in it for her as well.
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, as you kind of sort of say that and you sort of turn around, she has a rather thick purse in her hand that she kind of is gently tossing up and down in her hand. I think if we're going to keep our workforce, a bit of justice is needed. I'll give you 10 gold crowns if you go hunt the beast, bring me its head.
Each?
Yeah, let's get the conversation rolled out here, boys. In character, I'm going to stand up, straighten my whatever excuse for clothes I'm wearing at the moment, and have a little look around. Nudge Elgast, nudge the other guy, Rembrandt, and go, pretty dangerous for 10 gold crowns, don't you think?
To me, 10 gold crowns is an absolute fortune. Never mind you lot.
Yep. I'm going to say it again, and I say it every week. 10 gold crowns is more money than you would all make in a year.
Never take the first offer, boys.
Some of you in a lifetime.
We're splitting it 7 ways, though. So it's 1 gold and so many silver each, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why can't we just make it 14 gold? Then we get 2 gold pieces each.
See, that's more feasible than 10 gold each. That's a bit more in the realm of possibility.
Eyeball the lady and say, give her a... He's got a point there.
All right, Lanwin, since you initiated that, I would like from you a haggle test.
Average.
Thomas, do you have any advances in haggle?
No. My base is 35, but I've got 38. So I don't have a plus next to it, but I'm above base.
You have. It should tell you how many. If you've got advance in it, it should say.
Yeah, you'd have got the basic ones from character creation, those three. And 3 points and 5 points in some skills.
So I've got bonuses, don't I?
There you go. No, you do. You have 3 points in advances. So.
Yeah.
Okay, you can have plus 10.
Nice.
All right. So I want an opposed. Well, actually, it's just a straight up opposed haggle, but you can have a plus 10 to your roll.
So challenging with a plus 10.
Challenging with a plus 10.
I'm going to put that in SL bonus. Is that right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Good luck, Rob. Yes.
Holy.
Lovely.
So 10 gold each.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
I got
You
it.
won't get
It's-
12 success levels.
No.
No, sorry.
It
when
should
I
have
said
been
SL,
+1 you put in, not +10.
yeah, sorry.
So is your haggle
So it's been
+4?
My haggle's 44, yes.
So it'll be 54. That'll be 3 success levels. So you beat her by 1 success level.
Nice.
She rolls her eyes and she says, "Bring me the head, 2 gold crowns each. Deal."
Thank you, milady.
I'm going to grunt
And
give
because
Lanwin a kind of a gentle, friendly shoulder bump, you know? Try and push him in the river, that kind of thing. Like Ella does.
When you were on the boat, you tried to throw Rembrandt into the water. Tries to push him over. That's what he's on about.
No, it was Kay, wasn't it?
No.
Kay.
Oh, no, it's,
No, it was Ella.
It was
It was Ella tried to throw Rembrandt in the water.
that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ella put the rope on as if she was going to go in and then decided not to.
Well, no, he put the rope round him, so I thought I'll push
No,
him in.
he held on to the rope,
Yeah.
and then he tried to throw him in. That's
Either
why.
way, it was hilarious. Well,
I thought he put the rope round him and me, so we would both have the rope round us.
No, he was holding on to it.
Ah.
That's what caught us all by surprise. It's like, why are you throwing him in the water?
So I thought,
well, for here, by the way, I'd like to remind the party that we've still got the dead dude's journals because I nicked them after he came out and gave them to Dart. So at some point we might want to read them if GM ever gives us
yeah,
even
I
a
probably
quiet
would have
evening.
read them one evening. I totally forgot about those.
Yeah.
If you read them and there's anything in them that links to this,
No, after I said,
yeah, that's what I mean.
well, I would have read them one evening, I guess, I suppose.
Well, last evening while we were in private, really.
Yeah.
So we'll ask Zed when he's finished finding ways to kill us.
So Thomas, how do we kill something that can freeze us by looking at us?
How big's a normal?
What we need is a large distraction. And then give it, I don't know if anybody knows somebody large and they're distracting.
I'm suddenly looking smaller than I was. I'm only a little bit shorter than Ella. So, yeah. And
In all honesty, I'm not sure. Generally, we stab it until it stops moving. It has tough hide and a petrifying gaze, so we need to keep moving and distract it. Potentially trap it under a trap which I could build.
Well, if it can just look at us and freeze us, then
No, that's made up. Don't worry about that. That's an old wives' tale. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
It's for slightest. You can't imagine being frozen solid just by getting looked at by something. They're just ruling the world, mate.
Zed?
That explains the large god of the basilisks.
Ella was
Yeah.
reading journals from Rutger. Yeah, from Rutger last night. Is there anything in there that would shed more light on what was going on with this?
No,
Right.
nothing.
Okay.
Is there anything interested in them at all?
Nothing.
So I just knocked him out for the fun of it.
Just the ramblings of a fool.
They give no. Just okay. Ella,
Mm.
are you reading the journal?
Yeah, I did it last night. I forgot Adam.
Give me a straight up int roll.
Int.
Intelligence.
No,
Challenge it.
I don't have very good. Oh, and I've got too many windows open looking at my character. How do I? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong thing. Did you say challenging?
Yes.
It's my second highest now.
4.
Do you wish to spend a fortune? Well, no. Buying a success will get you to 0 success levels. It's up to you.
Would
Or-
Kay have been able to offer assistance in the reading?
No.
Oh.
Can't read.
Kay's too busy dancing and cavorting and making new friends.
Wait,
means
Kay's
she makes
one
new
who can read it.
contacts.
It's Elgas that can read as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in the caravan with you last night.
Correct.
Oh.
But to your eyes, the journals that you have are just general accounting ledgers full of boring numbers and names.
All right.
And there's records of him buying stuff from Uber's Right. There's also records of him buying things from Grousey, the village. There's also records of him, small town, and records of him buying things from as far as Altdorf. But there's nothing. It's just bunches of names and goods and value.
Well, I'll give it to Elgas next time I see him.
Okay.
Because it's boring.
Okay, let's get in the backpack. I'll take a look at it after.
Joanna kind of goes, all right, well, we have the deal. 2 gold each. Beast's head. I'd like it done before nightfall because I don't know that our hired help will stick around beyond then.
Can you follow these tracks, Thomas?
Apologies, out of the way. Have we just been hired to kill a basilisk?
Yep.
Yeah.
2 gold each.
Danger. It appears that whilst I've got Law Beast, I don't have any tracking skills.
Did we make sure that if some of us die, the rest of us get the split?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good because
So I going to die.
Outdoor survival is what you use for tracking, I believe.
No, there is a track skill.
There is a track skill.
I've got outdoor survival, but not track.
That's interesting.
Eventually, when I get into Bounty Hunter, it's one of those I can get. That's how I know.
Interesting.
So maybe it's further in your career for hunter.
Yeah, I'm more of an urban hunter at the moment, hunting for other people's stuff.
You get it in your 3rd as tracker.
Oh, you get it as he gets it in his 3rd level of his career. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, so what do I know about basilisks and their weaknesses? Do I know anything about basilisks and their weaknesses from my
You don't know
previous
anything
role?
about their weaknesses. You just know that it's going to be a tough fight.
It's going to be a tough fight. Okay. So I'm going to
What
set
you
myself...
do know, Thomas, what you do
Thank you.
is you could, depending on how you approach things. If you were able to take it alive, you could probably sell it to a going concern like a menagerie or a college and make 10 gold for it. The problem is there isn't really one of those in Ubersreich. You'd probably need to get it to Altdorf.
Yeah.
No.
That said, without doing anything fancy, if you could haul the corpse back to Ubersreich, you could probably get 4 gold crowns for it.
On top of our 14 gold.
Your 14 gold, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but she wants the head, remember.
That's fine. Everybody knows that Basilisk has got 2 heads. 2 heads. One
Well,
for
it's
me,
got
one for
lots of
you.
legs. So
The other thing is,
it's this big. It's going to be good eating.
that is the other thing. So a good basilisk, Thomas, because again, you're a hunter of animals and a trapper. And so one of the things you know about is, how to prepare meats and get it fit for selling and making a small coin off rabbits and foxes and that kind of thing.
I do, yes.
You know that there are some restaurants in Ubersreich that deal in exotic flesh.
Oh, yeah.
And
Long pig.
in your head, you kind of do a quick bit of mental math. You reckon if the basilisk is enormous, you could probably sell the meat, prime cuts of the meat at 10 silver shillings per prime cut. And your estimation is there would be between 100 and 150 prime cuts.
Right.
So potentially, I'm going to do this
We've got a fortune.
with a calculator.
Not to mention the hide makes some leather armor for a
Fucking
few of us.
50 gold minimum plus the hide.
How many
And the teeth.
silver shillings to a gold coin?
20, isn't it?
20. So roughly 75 gold crowns on top of the 14 that you're getting. Plus, if you went down that route, you might be able to find a buyer for its skin and bones.
Now, I
And-
don't mean to interrupt the GM in the middle of his flow here, but this,
Yeah.
boys, sounds a little bit too good to be true.
Yeah.
I mean, why would, on session 8, the GM give us all of the money?
Well,
Just
what
we need
we've
it.
also got to think of
Incredibly
is
fast.
we've got to get it from here to Ubersreich.
We can slice it and dry it and stuff, it'll be fine. We can
No,
air dry
no,
it.
you can't.
That'll be
If it's for a chef, he'll want to cut the meat himself.
Oh, what a twat. Okay, but at least we can take the leather, right? But I am particularly suspect of this. I'm a naturally suspicious person.
Yeah,
I think
fine,
it's-
suspicious of
Yeah.
time.
I think it's more paranoia. That's the one I'm using. I don't think either this is going to be ridiculously hard or it's not going to be that. It's going to be something nastier.
Well,
So,
Rembrandt's kind of like, I know he did a troll the other week. I'm not so sure about a basilisk, lads.
Yeah, you were soft about the troll too, bro.
let's find it first because I'm still not convinced it's a basilisk.
Alright, so that's number so our gent, so we need to work out a
Look,
plan for this.
Thomas, how fast can one of them run?
It's got more legs than us.
So straight line speed is quite high, however, it takes a long time to get up to high speed because everybody knows the more legs you've got, the longer it takes you to get them organised. So if we can keep it disoriented, we'll be fine.
Who's the slowest in the group?
Exactly. I think Ella.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I've got a nice talent, actually.
So it's probably Kay. So we'll make sure Kay comes with us.
Rembrandt says not a lot of meat on Kane.
Yeah, I know, but quite a lot of anguish.
Right, let's see if we
Start
get some
tracking.
bows.
Yeah. Can we get bows? Yeah.
You've not seen
Yeah.
any bows in camp.
And she wants us to do it now before we're properly equipped.
Yeah.
Let's see what we've got equipment-wise.
So
Can we pop over to the town of Grouse and buy some tools and then come back again?
That's a fair
how
point.
would we pop across? I don't know boat.
So now that's the GM.
It's sunk.
Exactly. How would you pop across?
We'd swim.
A long swim.
We wouldn't swim. No.
Yeah, we'd
do we have
swim.
a
We
dinghy?
get basilisk living in the
that
lake.
far round, to be honest, isn't it?
Yeah, the little
No,
bit down
did.
there was half a day, so that is like 2 days walk.
It was an hour and a half.
Wait, you want to walk to the town?
Yeah, that
I
says
would
that
say-
says it's a few miles.
Yeah,
It's
but
gonna be
don't
about
forget, it's not a road. It'll be rough terrain.
Yeah, I got that.
It's going to be about 3 imperial miles there and 3 back, roughly speaking, through open terrain.
It's probably half a day to a day.
Let's talk to the lady and say, realistically, we're not equipped to fight a basilisk right now, but you give us 24 hours, we'll go and get tooled up, and then we'll see how it goes.
She looks at you and she says, sure, in 24 hours I'll have no labour force, I'll have no ability to continue with the job, and I'll need to return to Ubersreich and hire new labour. And by now she's gone back to camp, and what you can see is the Strigani are packing their tents and
Alright,
start.
she's not just threatening them for being a dick.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
Dean,
do
what
it.
do you think?
Wait, why are they leaving?
Because
Because of
there's a
basilisk.
Because there's a basilisk around.
They don't have any fate points, Ella.
Hmm.
She looks at you all and she sort of says, people after my own heart, I guess. 3 gold crowns for the head by the end of the day.
We're on our way, ma'am.
Each.
Just so you know, if we got to town, those 3 gold crowns would buy you a short bow.
Oh,
We probably haven't got enough to buy a bow if we got there anyway.
Yeah, we do.
I'm just saving up.
I'm looking more at armor than a
We
short bow
got
at the
2
moment.
golds last week.
Yeah,
I need a quick 10-minute break. So let's take a quick 10-minute break and then come
Okay.
back and you tell me what you're doing.
Okay.
Okay. See you in 10.
And I want Jet to be your spokesperson because he's too bloody quiet.
we need to know he's there.
I'm here.
Do you know what it's going to be like? It's going to be like the fight in Princess Bride with the rodents of unusual size. Yeah, it's just somebody in a beast suit. Yep. We're going to do it. Did I hear my name? Guys, have it. Yeah. Yeah. I like there's been a murder, to be fair. But yeah. I'll try to work out how to write that in Scottish before tomorrow. Muurdah. Yeah, muurdah. Yes. I'm going for a quick smoke. I am on purpose not looking at the basilisk sheet. I'm sure it'll be in the yeah. No. It's tucked away.
Missing.
You never left. Well, you never here either, as far as we can tell.
Yeah, I'm never here either. That's true.
Have you decided what you're going to do?
We're gonna kill a basilisk.
I think Thomas is going to track down whatever left these tracks, and we'll find out whether it's a basilisk or something else.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, can't we check the terrain when we actually get
Do
to
you
it?
think it's somebody walking around with these wooden things on their feet or something?
See, I'm just thinking of the that carnival or whatever was going on.
Harry and Henderson.
No, I'm thinking of when we first got course. There was a fair type thing on there, wasn't there? I think there's a load of halflings or something. Yeah, it was a carnival or.
Where was there a fair?
When we first started, the brawl started at the very, very beginning,
Correct.
before we got arrested.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean the flamethrower guy got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm half expecting halflings from
found out
there
what
to
happened
be
there,
running
did
around
we?
on stilts making footprints.
Alright.
That's the image I've got in my head. Don't know where from.
So you're going to go searching across the river towards the swamp. to see if you can find and pick up the trail of the basilisk.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
The journey across the river is,
Wait, hold on a sec. How do we get across the river?
I was about to say, the Strigani have a small rowboat that they can let you use.
Okay.
You go back to camp. The Strigani have started to pack up. And with a little bit of persuasion, you're able to borrow the boat and sail it across the Verfelfluss to the bank opposite, the western bank. It's not quite big enough for you all to be in comfortably, but equally, very carefully, you can manage to get across. As long as no stirpike attack you, you're fine.
If they attack us, it doesn't matter whether we're comfortable or not. One chomp and we're dead.
Disembarking from the boat on the other side of the bank, the western bank, so sort of, kind of here-ish. Oh no, I'm not pinging because I'm in the calendar. Sort of here-ish, yeah. You begin to cast around the bank to look for the footprints.
Just a quickie. Can I use a point of preparedness and get some oil flasks and a torch?
One game.
I've picked up all the necessary parts for a basilisk trap, right? From camp, borrowed some rope and some
Nets.
other bits.
10 spikes, I think.
Yeah,
10 spikes.
Yeah, you've got some bits and pieces that you could fashion a basilisk trap with for sure.
Marvellous. Thank you. Just checking. I thought I did.
Okay, we'll start looking for any tracks. We'll all wander around there, then call. If we find any, call Thomas over to identify whether they are the right ones.
Doesn't work.
It is
Then again, you've got no tracking either, have you?
obvious where the basilisk came ashore. A number of three-toed prints can be seen on the riverbank.
Okay.
Heading both to the water, so to the east, and then to the west.
Easy enough.
Does anybody have track?
No.
Not that much.
Okay.
Outdoor survival's the closest
What
we've got.
about, doesn't Chick have it?
No.
Not for another.
Thomas,
Hi.
give me a hard outdoor survival test.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Can I assist?
Yeah, he's just walked straight back out into the lake with that rope.
You
Right.
can assist. So re-roll with a +10, but it's
Okay.
still hard.
I think. Okay, so if I outdoor
We've got
survival
points in it.
again, put it to hard, and then how do I give it a +10 modifier?
Yeah.
One. Put
Not
one in the
SL
modifier.
bonus.
Yeah,
1
no,
or 10?
+10 in modifier,
Yeah.
not 10 in success level.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The tracks, as I say, lead westward into the sort of the depths of the swamp that you can see ahead, probably half a mile or so.
Cool. I will recommend to my party that we go that way.
The prints wend their way through honeycombed workings of turf cutters, spades having dug deep channels through the heathery levels of the land that overflow with a clinging brown mist. So one of the things that you notice again here is that there is a mist that is rolling out across the swamp. It is more natural
That was my question.
than the other mist. It ebbs and flows as a mist should. The ground underfoot is treacherous, rarely visible through the miasma that hides soft black sucking mud. After maybe half hour or so of walking, you find yourselves skipping between small islands rising above the fog, solid ground with crusts where the sun has baked the peat hard, or mounds where straggly lengths of tough brown bog grass grow.
I'm going to look out for any, say, 6-foot long sticks that could be used as a stave just to test the ground.
Okay. Well, here and there, you start to encounter stands of tall, pale birch bedecked with stiff, thin branches that whip to and fro as you pass beneath them.
Okay.
I'm going to
You
take your
can
lead and do
very
exactly the
easily,
same.
yeah, you can easily strip some of these branches off and create staves for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, ditto.
Mhm.
I'm actually better at outdoor survival than Thomas.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, a lot of talk, this character.
A little bit further on, you've probably now been travelling. Since you arrived on this side of the Verfelfluss, you've probably now been travelling about an hour. The boggy ground around you begins to rise. With the need to move and hop around various exposed dry portions of the bog, the going begins to get tough and your breath begins to labour under the effort.
Well, I reckon next time we find a large enough island, we can just take a small break.
Hey. And sure enough,
Hmm?
can everybody give me an average endurance test?
I'd clicked on that ready. I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
That's my crit.
Volquin, what are you doing? Using a fortune point, don't blame you.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good use as well.
Ella.
Just
You
change
right
it.
click, use a fortune point to get one success level and you'll succeed.
Oh.
Or you could risk the reroll.
It sounds easier. Guaranteed that way.
Kay, whilst half of you are sat there taking a rest and catching your breath, Kay's doing jumping jacks. All of you catch your breath, recover your stamina, have a small bite to eat as it's close to lunchtime, and are ready.
Why has everybody got like 62 endurance?
We haven't.
Did you not roll as an average test?
He's done 39 versus 37. So
Yeah, but that's my skill. 30.
yeah. So you didn't change this. You did the challenging roll.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do: is I'm going to give
Wait,
Ella.
did everybody else roll the wrong one then?
No, everybody else rolled the right one. You rolled the wrong one.
Wait, it was challenging.
Average.
It's
Not-
average.
it was average.
Average.
Oh, I forgot.
I've given you your
Fine.
fortune point. So I've given you your fortune point back, and you succeeded. On the basis of it should have been an average test, you would have got 2 success levels. So
It was an average test, not challenge.
After a short while, you continue to make your way westwards.
But
As you're making your way through a particularly dense grove of sickly birch trees, ahead of you, from out of the gathering mist, you hear shouts of alarm, seemingly close by. Then, coming towards you, you see, what's going on? Oh, yeah. You see 3 figures running towards you, followed by a larger figure looming behind. I would like you all to roll initiative.
Incidentally, I have just black background, so
me
Yeah,
too.
same here. It's all black.
Do
Yeah.
we recognise the figures? Are they
I can only see myself as well.
Sigali?
Oh, there we go.
oh shit.
Oh bugger.
First of all, you can rearrange yourself in that bottom right-hand corner of the map, however you see fit. Bear in mind where you place yourself is where you start combat.
Where's initiative?
So again, right-click on your token, click on the 2 swords and shield. That will put you onto the combat tracker, which is the fist, and then on there you can roll the dice next to your name to trigger your initiative.
I
score.
will remember that one day. And then I
You will.
right-click on that and then pop out.
Yeah, right-click and pop out, and then just click on the dice next to your name to roll your initiative.
Yes. Finally, I'm not last.
Oh, you can't reroll initiative. That's so bad.
You cannot re-roll initiative. So coming out, you hear these yells and cries. The creature behind them, as it looms out of the mist, is massive. In fact, it really does warrant the enormous description that Thomas painted when he gave you his brief understanding of what one of these buggers looks like.
Unless this Thomas has run away already.
He said move yourself where you want to start. So I want to start nowhere near you.
Well, fine. You can start wherever you bottom
No.
right. Yeah, so bottom right of the map. Yeah, okay. I'll let you start wherever within the first 2 rows on that map.
Right.
Yeah.
Get a bit of room
Stay
to
where I am.
start throwing stones at it. Can I make some kind of perception test? Because I suspect a beast of that magnitude would be a lot larger than something that would daintily pluck the. Actually, no, we decided that it was the basilisk that ate the dude, wasn't we? Didn't we? Let's go.
You know what you can do though, as it's looming out of the mist. Give me a challenging perception test, Thomas.
Oh God, why is it always me?
Because you are the one that is saying you're doing stuff.
Fair enough. Okay.
You're the one talking.
Yeah, there we go. -1. Not very good.
Not very good. Okay, there's not a lot you notice. Yeah, so generally to your eye, this is kind of warrants the name Basilisk. It warrants the description that you have in your head of this thing. 20 feet in length, towering head and shoulders above the foragers that are running out of the swamp towards you. It does move on 8 legs and has a large carnivorous, not carnivorous. It is carnivorous, but it has a large carnivorous cavernous mouth.
These 3 people running towards us.
Yeah.
Are they armed?
They are armed, yes.
Do they look like someone that should be working out here getting peat, or do they look like they're out here for other reasons, like better armed than someone gathering peat? Swords, armor.
You'd imagine someone going for peat might have a shovel and maybe a dagger.
Yeah.
They carry. So at the moment, they are running. They don't have any kind of equipment other than sort of crappy looking swords on them, just general swords. They're not wearing armor.
Right.
Actually, they're carrying hand axes.
That's kind of reasonable.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Actually, so hand axes, they have what appears to be a couple of tools on them, a net, a small net, and what looks to Thomas to be an eel creel.
Oh, sent a creel. What?
An eel creel.
Yeah.
What's
Don't know
a
what that is.
creel?
It is an eel creel is sort of a net-like thing with a funnel at either end that would trap eels inside.
Oh, it's like a like a net trap, isn't it? For
Correct. Yes.
Okay, I have a plan.
All right. Well, Frederick is acting first.
and you've got a plan. I'm getting my shield and sword out.
Frederick kind of comes to a halt here, and he's like, you can see that he's injured, slash across his chest. He's like, "The beast, help us, the beast!" And he kind of stops and starts gathering his breath.
Which one had the what's it called? The net?
All of them have the net.
They all have the nets. Okay.
So-
Quinn.
We're going to need a bigger trap.
Do we need to roll
Yeah.
on this size thing? It's just popped up because it's Terror 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you will do. Everybody needs to roll on that.
Do we?
So what we click on the apply
Apply.
button, yeah?
It's challenging.
Click on that. Is it okay? I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
fine.
-5.
No, that's scary.
In a row.
I've got a
Oh,
cool
no,
test
well,
appeared as
Wait,
well.
I've got a cool test as well.
You
Okay.
will get a cool test because that's what this
Oh.
is.
That's
I've already
no.
just done a test.
Yeah, I've just
We
done it.
got a Terror one, and now it looks like we've got a Fear one as well.
Oh, Jesus
Right.
Christ.
Re-roll that terror one.
But with my yes and can
I can't.
I bellow out a rousing war cry?
You
So I
can.
passed the
Help.
first one, and I'm just
Help
going to say
assist
that.
somebody maybe.
So I'm not scary. I'm not scared by this.
Perhaps help the three
I
people who
failed
are
both
currently
of
running
those.
away.
Right. I'm going to Oh, I can't re-roll. Oh, I see.
So
That's confusing. We had the Terror and a Fear one.
yeah,
Because the Fear one came up before you could do anything with the Terror one. You can't re-roll the Terror.
Oh, just.
I can now if I scroll up by the looks of things. Oh, I have two different effects. Because I made my Fear one, but failed my Terror one.
hang on.
I would have thought the terror one would make you run away, whereas the fear one just gives you that disadvantage in combat.
Yeah, but why have to roll both? Because it did that. It'd be one or the other, I would have thought.
Right, give me a second. Let me double check what's going on.
Yeah, I just need to know whether I need to re-roll Terror or...
And to be fair, if I saw that thing burst out the bushes, I'd be in terror.
Yeah,
So what's happening here is the creature is aggressive. It causes fear to any creature smaller than it, and terror to any creature 2 or more steps smaller. You are average, it is enormous, it is 2 steps larger than you. So it causes both terror and fear in you.
okay. So I need to re-roll the Terror one.
Yes.
So, strangely enough, I'm not terrified of it, but I am terrified of it, but I'm not scared of it from fear, which doesn't make sense. But there we go. I'm the same on both now.
No, I was going to say, no, you're not. You're fine. Clearly,
Yeah,
the game
I
has
know.
fixed itself.
Yeah.
I re-rolled and I think I'm okay.
Well, it looks like Laumann's fine. It looks like Rembrandt's fine. It looks like Kay's fine. Thomas is.
I'm about to find out. So I got a +3, a +2 on my first roll.
Yeah, that's your terror roll was successful.
Okay, so now how do I do the cool roll?
Should
Yeah,
have got a
the
box
back.
up here.
Well, I
Yeah.
just re-rolled the one that I made. The
I did have a box up here, but I cancelled it because I thought it was incorrect. So all I've got is 2 terrors here.
Yeah.
How about I just make a cool roll?
Yeah, just make a cool roll.
Challenging?
Yeah, it would be challenging.
Oh, I was about to say nice, but the opposite.
Yeah,
Your-
I was
your
about to
bottoms
do the
fall
same.
out.
I saw the double
There we
O.
go.
I thought,
I'll reroll it to 55. Which is terrible, but not that terrible. So I'm uncool, right?
Yolanda be cool.
I'm not sure that you can be both terror and fear.
No.
that's what's confusing me. I can't see why you'd have both.
Because I'm
See,
not terrored, because I passed that. So if I pass
does
one,
the
surely
terror-
it's fine.
Doesn't the terror make you run away though?
In which case, you wouldn't need to make a fear test because you're
No,
already
but
scared.
But then you could be feared as well. So the fear is literally you're scared of hell of the thing.
Yeah, you're probably right actually looking at it. So terror is fear means you can't move closer. Terror is seems to be one step further. On your turn, you must be used to run away as fast as possible until you're in a good hiding place.
Okay. Well, I've made both now, but I've still got the symbol over my head.
Yeah, that's
The
fine.
Same.
Okay, there you go. You haven't now.
So you guys would need to make checks at the start of your turn to get rid of it.
Hang on, you still have broken tests. Okay, I know why. So,
Yeah.
What's interesting here, right? Just so you know what was going on there is, I think when you ended up, so you have fear and then you have terror. Terror instills a broken condition. When you go through your broken conditions, it would instill a fatigued condition. So that's why I'm having to jiggle characters a little bit to get rid of icons.
Yeah.
Volquin is the same, so he doesn't have that. Okay. And Thomas, did you make it? No, you failed. So you are feared.
I'm feared, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Okay, good. That's where we are. Right. Volquin, you are up. No, hang on. No,
Nope.
Kay is up first.
Okay.
What is Kay going
Oh,
to
I
do?
just looked it up. Terror.
It's all right, Doc. We're gonna crack on.
At this point, Kay kind of looks around and she just kind of shakes her head like, I'm not going first. And so she's going to move closer to Thomas. Quinn.
I have got a talent which allows me to be combat aware. I can use perception during a melee.
Okay.
Would I be able to do a perception check to see if I can find any sort of weak points for this particular creature?
I double check what it gives you, but I don't see why not. You can certainly spend your action to do that. What's combat aware, did you say?
Yes, combat aware. It allows
I
me
think-
perception during melee.
Talent.
I wonder if animal affinity charm animal would work on this thing. Don't think so. But...
Okay, so what that would do is allow you to avoid being surprised. There is no surprise turn.
Okay, right, that's okay. Well, I think there's nothing for it but to be brave and to charge in.
Okay.
So let's have a look. So I can.
I like a man of action.
I've got to move at least 8 yards, is it, to get a charge or something? I don't think I'm.
Yep, you do.
Is it 2 per square?
Yes, it is. You can charge it.
So if I go then charge it,
Yeah.
and then okay, I've selected it, and then combat sword.
Just give me 1 second before you carry on, but get yourself ready. Make sure you check the charge box.
Oh right, okay.
Might also get a bonus because it's a very big target.
Charge.
But Zed might be able to tell you what that is.
Whilst Zed's not here, like, are we seriously going to do this? We're just going to charge this giant monster.
Well,
Yeah.
I think Volquin already has.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think we've got much choice in the matter. It's going to hunt us down otherwise.
I mean, not being funny, but I don't think we can run away very much in this, what is it, 10 by 10 grid.
No, but failing that, we know what the head looks like now, so we can go away and make a papier-mâché head and give it to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, in a swamp, it's not going to worry about the swamp because it's big
No.
enough to just carry on walking. We're not going to go very fast.
Remember,
there are 7 of us,
the
right?
more of us that engage it,
Wait, he's
the
back.
more
He's
difficult
again.
it is for it to fight, right?
Exactly. So get behind it.
Give me a second, guys. I just need to double check something.
And if these guys are running away, that means when it looks at you, it doesn't paralyze you. So how does it do that then?
I thought it's the. Well, I wouldn't know this, would I? I was gonna say it's the bite that paralyzes you, I would say, but I wouldn't know.
Who knows? We'll find out.
Yeah, who knows? I'll soon find out.
Very brave of you to do that.
All right. Sorry. You've charged. Yes. Go for it
Challenging,
there.
challenging, yeah.
Always challenging. Yes.
Yeah, I've ticked the charging box.
I
Even
want
though
to
it's the size of a
see.
barn.
Does he
I
get a
want-
benefit for it being big?
Well, you will do. I want to see if it already knows that, because the
Right.
thing is set to enormous, so
Just should auto do it. Okay.
it should
Gotcha.
auto do it.
Right, I'll click on roll then, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Okie dokie.
Oh,
Very
nice.
nice.
Beautiful.
Oh, I like
What
that.
is your? So it hasn't done.
I think
So
I can.
what is your normal attack?
My normal attack.
Yeah. Is it going to be 43 or 53?
I have no idea.
Right, let me have a look.
3 I would get. Yeah.
Normal attack.
So your normal melee basic skill is 43.
Okay.
So no, it didn't take into consideration that this is an enormous creature. That's cool. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do
Mhm.
is we're going to ignore that and we're going to start it again. Okay. So let me just do this. Right. So you're going to attack with a sword, yeah? So click sword. Set it to
Charge.
charging. And set it to easy.
Okay.
1 second though. You seem to have all sorts of extra bonuses that you shouldn't have currently.
Probably because he won the last combat test, right?
Yeah, just have advantage.
Right, so I've reset you. So charging, easy.
Go for it.
Look at that target number.
Even I can hit that.
Okay. The creature tries to dodge.
That's not allowed.
For some reason, it didn't think you targeted it.
Oh, did it knock itself off after the first roll? Is that why?
Yeah, it might have done. It fails.
Oh, that's nice.
So you're going to do... Okay, so I need to do this. It's just going to do this hard. All right, tell you what. Let's just start this again. Make sure you targeted it.
Okay.
Cancel your target and retarget.
Yeah, cancel target, retarget.
Targeted.
Okay.
Sword.
Roll. Charging.
Easy.
Easy.
Charge. Right. Okay. Dokie.
Just
Your
getting
rolls
better
are
and
awesome.
better.
Okay. Now it's come up. So I will
Right.
oppose you with a dodge.
Like that. Right arm. Which one?
I fail the dodge. You beat it by 17 success levels, meaning your base damage is 25, and I apply the damage to it. The creature takes a resounding blow as you charge in with your sword. For some reason, it's giving you 2 success levels again. I'm just going to drop that down to 1.
Okay.
That's where you are.
Holy crap, dude.
Nice one. You watch as Volquin suddenly just lets out a cry, brandishing his sword, and he runs in and he swipes across the creature's front right leg. The creature roars in pain, swiveling its head, looking straight down at Volquin. You realise from a distance, Volquin's head will fit quite nicely inside that. Thomas, you do not want to get any closer to this creature than you already are.
No, I'm good.
So you put on fear, which will try and which will roll your trigger a challenging cool test to try and remove the fear status.
So do I do that first?
Do that first, yes.
Okay, so bear with me. I just need to challenging cool test.
No, you are still feared. You definitely don't want to get any closer to this thing.
I wasn't planning on getting close to it anyway. I was going to throw rocks at it. Can I throw rocks at it?
You can.
Cool. I'll do that.
However,
Then.
you're on a -1 success level. So it's not a
Cool.
minus. So it would be a challenging improvised. So do you have a throw skill?
No, I've got ranged sling though, and I've got some lead bullets sling.
You have a sling
Yep.
with lead bullets,
Yep.
and you can use your sling.
Thank you.
So
Success level bonus -1, yeah?
yeah, -1 success level. But
What
your
would that roll?
target is going to be easy because you're targeting a large creature.
Alright, so that would put it up, bump it up 2 success levels. So that's a +5? Or do I have to re-roll it? Oh, I didn't attack the actual object, did I?
Let's start that again, shall we? So make sure you target the creature.
Right click? No, left click.
Yeah.
Double right click.
What's happening with these trees? Are they just there for?
Don't worry about them right now.
Just
Right.
there for decoration.
Okay, so I've double right clicked, I've selected it.
Let's check before I charge it through one of them.
Your difficulty is easy.
Range
Plus
sling,
40.
difficulty easy.
Yeah. And you're on -1 success level.
Success level, and if I roll mega high, I'm just going to re-roll it because fuck the world. There we go, I'll take that.
Yeah, hang on a minute.
Lead bullet, thunk.
Is that basilisk blind because it's got white eyes?
You don't have a sling on your character sheet, though.
Me?
Yes.
I fucking did have. I've got one equipped.
It's just range sling test, so I'm assuming.
Like, I literally got one from the watch.
Yeah, we all bought one, and then found out that most of us can't actually use it because we didn't have skill.
Effects in trappings, weapons, sling is right there.
You haven't equipped it, so hang on.
Fuck's
You
sake.
can't.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So unequip your dagger, and you can equip your sling. That's fine. No,
There we go.
There you go. Just make sure you click the right buttons so you know what you've got equipped.
Okay.
I know that sounds anal, but
No, that's fine. I'm quite new to this, so it's good to know. So
Yeah.
now do I have to re-roll again?
no. Let's just carry on. I don't want to. Let's not. Right. So it's going to try and dodge you. Yeah, right. Well, it does okay. So, You won by 6 success levels.
Yep.
Apply the damage.
It won't because he has got a weapon equipped.
Okay, so 6 points of damage, less armor. The stone hits the creature's sort of, where did you aim? Body. And you watch with a little bit of disappointment as the stone just kind of bounces off. You wouldn't have quite pierced and beaten its armor with that total number of success levels.
Yeah, we all want sets of armor out of the side.
All right. And basically because you had that -1 success level, that didn't really help you.
Yeah.
Gert skids to a halt in the swamp and turns, and he kind of points at the creature. Actually, he's probably going to go 1, 2. He kind of rushes towards it, and he will target the creature. He will roll. What's he going to do? He's going to roll his hand axe. The creature is enormous. He's going to get a 2-to-1 bonus. So he's going to get a +20 modifier. Critical. The creature goes to deflect, brings up one of its claws, trying to deflect the attack. It failed. Creature roars in pain as the blow lands. Sword slices into the skin across the arm that it tried to block with. And he suffers a bleeding condition.
Oh dear, that sounds good.
And an
Terrible.
additional wound.
Very nice, Gert.
Okay. Hans turns on his heels and goes into combat with his friend.
These are brave buggers, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are now.
The swamp folk.
Bill hits. Gets a crit.
I'll just sit on this log and wait for victory.
Yeah. Of course, we're going to have to fight these over the head to take back to the woman to get paid.
Of course. Don't worry. What do you think I'm doing back here?
Creature tears muscles in its body. Nasty. Okay. Elgast.
I'm going to try charge as well. How do I do that? Right. Click the creature. Oh, no. I need to measure it.
Need to move yourself in.
Yeah. Oh, wrong measuring tool, it seems. I want to see where I can actually run up to.
If you're charging, you can move probably 8 squares, I would guess.
Right, okay, so I shall move to there then, leaving some room there.
Good man.
And my token controls are going weird. Which one do I need to click on?
So you're clicking on a charge box.
So,
Set it to easy, and give yourself a plus an additional. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. Set it to easy, and give yourself a check in the target, the charge box.
okay. Has it unselected it? I can't tell.
Doesn't look like it.
Right. Was it? It is selected or isn't?
It is selected.
Good. Well, that's what it should be. Right. And weapon. Yeah. Keep saying charm tests.
Nice. Creature tries to parry. Oh, gets a good parry in, but you still beat it by 9 success levels. It roars as it further slashes away at it. Rembrandt.
Well, I'm not going to be left out of this crazy charge, am I? So I've clearly got to run in. So, sword, what's my difficulty rating on this then?
So you're charging, yes?
I am.
So check the charging box.
I
and
have.
Set it to a plus 40.
Plus 40. All right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's lovely. That right leg's definitely coming off.
Twelve
All right.
damage, right leg, nice.
Nice. Ella, you are. What are you? Why are you fatigued? You shouldn't be fatigued. I know why you're fatigued.
I'm feared and terrified, apparently.
No, according to this, you're not.
Or I roll really badly.
Okay. So you're feared then. Terrified. Okay. So you need to run away.
Okay.
Trying to think about something that's bigger than her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just barely bigger than her.
So what do?
So
I run off the map.
So basically, yeah. So what it means is you need to run away, find somewhere to hide. So let's assume you go over to here off the map, and you hide. Give me a stealth check, please. Not an urban stealth, but a stealth check, because you have both. You are scrabbling around.
Really badly every single time.
Yeah, you are scrabbling around trying to find a place to hide from the creature's gaze as you feel overwhelmed
Oh, I
by the
didn't say it
terror.
earlier. Is that thing blind? Because it's got white eyes.
You're too busy running away.
Alright.
Fair comment.
The creature roars. It has 5 juicy targets, so I'm going to roll a d6, starting with Gerd as 1 and finishing with Vulcan as 5, and as a 6, I get to choose.
I'm
gonna be a
so
3.
glad
Because
you.
it sticks to the cleave attack, right?
Yeah, I'm so glad you can't re-roll your initiative.
It goes for Rembrandt.
Wait.
Not the best armor, to be fair.
Can I
as
ask?
the last creature the last target that hurt this creature, its head kind of swivels and it kind of snaps down on you.
Quick question: did you put your plumes back on?
Oh, of course. When I charged at this thing, yeah. Glorious charge. The plumes in.
Charge of the Light Brigade.
Surprised.
A glorious charge to death.
See,
Huzzah!
you've got bragging rights as well. As a knight, you took a hit from a basilisk.
I'm hoping not, but we'll see.
Wait a minute, I think I've used the wrong skill. That's really weird.
And we're hoping you get bragging rights.
Yeah. Well,
I-
we're hoping that it misses. But
Okay, let's just do this again. Sorry, I used the wrong skill. Did I use the wrong skill? That's better. Okay. Roll your choice of defense.
Now, did we figure out the shield was working properly now?
Yes, we did.
I think we did. So I will try my shield.
Okay. Something looks wrong here in the fact that I've got 2 advantages.
Yeah, can you
No,
set
one has-
yourself to 1 advantage? I know why. Just set yourself to 1.
Okay.
I think you should have to, because if you charge, you gain 1, and if you succeed, you gain 1.
And you've got people,
okay.
you've
There
got
you go.
people all around as well, haven't you?
Didn't know that. Okay.
In which case,
Wondering why I've got a -3 success level bonus according to this.
right, hang on, let's have a look.
That doesn't seem right.
What are you doing? Shield, yeah? Because it's offhand.
Well, yeah, well, that's why I was asking, does the shield work properly? So I don't think it is working properly.
No, you just use hand weapon and you get the bonus from the shield with it being on the offhand.
That might be what I need to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you use the weapon.
no. So if you hover over the 4, the big 4, you get
Oh,
plus
the
20
bottom.
advantage. You get minus 20 for offhand because you're using your shield offhand. You don't have the necessary skills to affect that. You get plus 1 success level for defensive, but you get minus 4 success levels because you're parrying something that's bigger than you.
Okay. So, still super confused, but
Yeah.
okay.
You're better.
But surely, if am I not better using my weapon then?
Correct. Your shield gives you an armor bonus.
So you'll absorb more damage, whereas the shield will give you a better parrying chance.
Well, no, it won't necessarily give.
Weapon will.
It gives him plus 1 success level for it being defensive.
Yeah, so he'll be able to potentially parry rather than absorb damage.
Yeah.
That's how I'm reading it. It's like if he chooses to parry with the shield, he's got more armor, so you take less damage, but you're not necessarily going to block as much from hitting you. Whereas the sword, you're going to parry it.
But then he
You've got
gets the passive armor from the shield, doesn't he?
You always
Oh,
get passive
only-
armor from the shield, yeah.
I thought that was only if you actually use that as the parrying weapon.
No.
Right, okay.
So parry with a shield is a separate weapon skill, so you can get that boosted if you've got that as a thing on your character. So it can go its own. And the idea of shield as well is you can do a shield bash. Look, it's a plus 6 as a shield bash.
So
you're realistically you're better parrying with your sword and just letting the shield ride as your extra bonus.
okay.
Or
I
you
will
can just
do
do that.
But that's fine, look. You beat the creature. Take no damage.
I'll take that.
Nice one.
The creature snarls and snaps at you.
Jam it in the mouth so it can't close.
No, that shield's expensive. Bollocks to that. I'll use one of these peasants to jam its mouth if I need to.
Yeah, I can't argue with that logic.
I'm just looking at his stats. Okay. All right. That's it done. Lanwin.
I'm going to back up my brothers and I'm going to charge in club raised high.
Okay.
That's 8.
Knock
So-
it out, Langwin. We can sell it to the circus.
Yeah.
Take it as a plus 40. Check the charge box.
Right, where's the charge box on my? So I'm
The
looking
bottom.
The bottom here.
I've got mount at the bottom.
No. If you click on the weapon you're attacking with,
Oh, sorry. Right, okay.
you'll have
Oh,
charge.
let me cancel that. Oh. Let's target first.
Target.
Charging and a plus 40.
Yes. Well, set it as easy.
Yeah. I've got a modifier of 20 in there, which I want to take off, don't I? For some reason, it was
Yeah.
automatically in there.
No, leave your modifier as 20.
Okay. There we go.
You hit
That was
one
pretty.
success levels. The creature tries
Bear with
to
me. Bear with me. I'm going to use a. Oh no, I'm not. No, that's okay.
You hit it.
Is that a critical?
Roll your critical.
That suggests you've taken it below 0.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, very nice.
oh, I've broken it. Some bones come through the skin.
Ooh, too much information.
And the creature dies.
Wow.
Very nice.
Send it.
Do you know, this club have served me well through the months we've had it.
So it's
Well, giving the basilisk an additional stab. Just to make sure it's dead. Just to make sure it's dead.
Yeah.
creature.
Numbers versus one
Alright.
An
wins.
additional stab.
Combat over.
One versus one, it gets a bit more dicey.
I would very
Rembrandt.
much like to cut it open.
Rembrandt's going to
Skin
clap
it.
Volquin on the shoulders and say, "A valiant charge, my good man. You showed us the way."
Immediately, Thomas pulls out his hunting knife and begins to carve into the creature. Where are you carving?
Right, I can take the head for a start. Grab a net of badly injured next to me. Maybe giving him a bit of a glower at the same time and giving him a bit of an intimidation check. Take his net, take the head, put the head in the net, and then start work on the rest of the body.
The net is not big enough for the head.
Well, we'll take them all. We'll take all the nets then. And if anybody wants to complain about that, then they can talk to Captain Shiny over there.
Do you know what I think we should do, Thomas? You've got some rope
Alright.
on you, haven't you? You got some rope.
I got some rope.
Why don't we just tie some rope around Ed and just drag it along with us?
How about we tie some rope around the old thing and drag the old thing with us? I know, because then
we
he's
can't. There's a lot of weight in that.
Wait.
Is there a pole that we can actually tie the rope to and then carry it between two people?
No, it's fucking huge. Right, we need the head and we need what's
the head, I mean?
Bear with me, people. Bear with me,
Right,
people. I'm gonna wait. Hold up. I'm gonna do the thing again. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna use my skills. Challenging. Let's do a challenging law beasts roll.
Okay.
That's bollocks. Have I got any points left?
You're targeting the beast with a law beast opposed.
Yeah, okay, so do I need to exit? What I'm trying to do is I want to know if there's any expensive parts of the body which are worth cutting off that we can turn into cool stuff.
Ed's
You can spend a
expensive.
fortune point to re-roll if you want.
Yeah, but nothing's come up. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, fortune point reroll. This lasts me fortune points.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a success.
It is a success.
There's the prime cuts of meat, which you could carve off. Now, as you're looking at this beast, to Emma's point, although she was too busy running away in fear, so to Dart's point, this beast is rather old. It is somewhat blind. It doesn't have half of its teeth. And barring the fact that you whacked it a few times and stabbed it a few times, interestingly, the mouth appears to be devoid of recent blood.
Yeah.
It was innocent.
No. We've killed an innocent beast. It's so
Okay.
wrong.
If
Okay, anyway.
we cut its stomach open, can we see whether the arm's in it?
No.
I don't think it's eaten the arm.
I don't think
I
it's
don't think it's eaten anything recently.
I stand by my original.
Oh, weird. That was a close one. I doubt we'd have survived were it not for you. We came out of Grousey just this morning looking to trap some eels in the slam. I was told tales of a great beast within the swamp from when I was on my nan's knee, but never once thought there'd be so much of a shred of truth about them. Shall Yah's blessing be upon you for your help.
It was a pleasure, my friend. We just happened to be hunting this ourselves.
Oh well, you're lucky. You're lucky. Thanks for saving us. We'll be on our way then. Yeah. And he kind of says that last word to his two companions.
Do I get the sense that these guys are a bit shifty?
Yeah, I'm getting the same impression.
Just
a bit shifty, bro.
let him go.
You are too distrusting.
Yeah, just let him go. They're chased by us.
They just seem very keen to just get on their way.
Yeah, which means that this stuff on this meat or whatever, this old gamey meat, is there for us.
Give me
Intuition?
Give me an intuition test.
Any particular kind of intuition test? Challenging?
Challenging.
Can I help?
Really?
Or make my own?
Make your own.
This is where we find out they've stolen some eggs from the.
Oh, not quite enough.
Oh, nowhere near.
Do I make that better?
No.
Oh, it's opposed, isn't it?
Yeah, mine was going to 0-0 until it hit your dice, and then it spun onto an 8.
Okay.
I don't know.
Elgast. Yeah. Are you going to spend fortune to re-roll or leave it at that?
Okay, have I got any left? Yes, I've got one left. Right, I'm going to redraw.
Nice.
Not a great success, but made it.
Rembrandt, Elgast. Both of you kind of look, and it's hands. It's this one here that's talking. Both of you look him up and down, and then you look at each other, and there's that kind of knowing smile, smirk, twitch of the eye. But you've got that. You're getting to know each other, and you've got that way of kind of letting each other know that you both have sussed the same thing out. These are definitely not who they seem. Looking at the eels, these eel snares that they have, and there's something odd about them. Something very odd. You two don't really know a lot about hunting and about fishing, but you're sure they shouldn't have those flat bits of wood at the end of them attached to several bits of rope.
Kind of nudge Elgast. Do you want to take this one?
Okay, so
The other thing that you both notice is their feet are swaddled in sodden wrappings,
Well, rather than boots.
designed to mask footfall. Thomas,
Hi.
as you're carving this thing's head off, you're looking at the beast and you're like, yeah, there's some good meat on here. Maybe not as much as an adult in its prime would have. But if you spend 2 or 3 hours, you reckon you could get a decent amount of usable meat.
So my prime intention for the usable meat is not to try and attempt to ship it because there's no time. What I'd like to do is take enough meat back to camp to give everyone a good meal and to boost their morale.
Okay.
Just so
That's
my
not what
intention
gets your attention.
Oh,
What gets your attention is this has got 4 toes, not 3 toes. The 4th toe is
Shit.
sort of a very small toe that, you know, you could argue might not always leave a solid imprint or might get mistaken for one of the other toes, but it definitely has 4 toes.
2 gold each, dude. Nobody cares. Can we maybe have a little quick whip around in the party to see? We need to discuss this openly, isn't it, in party chat? But how do people feel about taking the head back anyway?
Well, we are gonna.
Oh yeah, that's
we have
because
to
I was saying.
That's what we've been paid to do, and that's what we've done.
Okay,
But-
even though it's the wrong beast, you're happy with that? like-
I think there's another question here.
No, this is still a basilisk.
These
Yeah,
others
it's the wrong
don't
beast.
seem quite on the line.
Now I'm gonna walk over to one of them with this eel trap and snatch it out of their hands. Take a look at it.
Okay.
Does it look like it's got fake 3 toes or something?
Yes, it does.
Oh. That
Yeah,
seems.
You also
Immediately.
had this
Kill
morning.
them.
Whichever one held it, I'll be standing next to.
They've all got them.
Right.
Which one's the boss?
This one that's been confronted by Rembrandt.
Alright,
I'm going to walk up to him and intimidate him.
Ella, your time to shine.
Yeah, I've snapped the thing off him. Then
Okay.
you know, it's like
Vulcan, can you give me a challenging perception test, please? Landman, give me a challenging perception test.
Challenge.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Oh God. Nope.
Sorry, I was semi-AFK. Do I need to give you a roll for something?
Oh,
So,
do you know what I'm
No,
going
no.
to do?
I'm
I'm going to spend one to add a success level.
they're making perception tests after I snatched the eel thing out of their hands because it looks like it's making footprints.
This one, Gerd,
Hmm.
bent over what appears to be 3 packs, and you just catch him take something out of one of the packs and drop it into the bog.
Oh, can we go over and see what he's dropped?
I will. Yeah.
Suppose I would propose that we throw him into the bog to find out to retrieve it.
I'm
You
just going to wait a
could-
second that far.
You're gonna have to kind of put your hand into the water.
I'll do that.
But as you do so, so Vulcan, you're gonna be, where are you? You're gonna be over here. Thomas,
All right.
you're butchering the beast. Kay is kind of loitering over here, Kay's keeping her eye on this one, and she's kind of got a blackjack in her hand, and she's just tapping it lightly, waiting for somebody to say, hit him.
Can I?
That's killed a troll, mate, so I'd be careful.
Can I grab this guy's arm so he can't move?
Yes, you're grabbing. I think you've gone into the water to get the object.
Yep. Okay, I'll do that.
Sorry, can I just say, is Jet going to get festering? Well, not right.
Hey!
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Give me. No, give me.
Oh, go on. Can I roll?
No.
Let me roll.
You throw your hand into the water, scrubbing around, and it comes across something quite solid. You grab it and you pull it out. But what I'd like you to do is give me an agility test, a straight up challenging agility test.
Agility.
Yeah. Just remember, we haven't got cure spells in this thing, so if you did have it, we'd have to amputate.
It's a left arm.
Well, I've got no more fortune points, so I'm afraid I have to take that.
As you grab this object in the water, you feel it cut into your hand. So I'd like you to take 2 points of damage, ignoring toughness and ignoring armor.
So wounds down to 10 then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you pull your hand out, you're holding a serrated knife about this kind of size. And just near the hilt, you can see blood that is starting to come off. It's not your blood because you can see that running down the blade nearer the. You've kind of grabbed it closer to the front, and as you grabbed it and wrapped your fingers around it, it was your fingers under the edge that caught. So that's going to be a bit sore, but you can see that there is still blood on the blade. It's very serrated and very nasty looking.
Oh,
And
assassins.
Can I grab this guy?
Looks like it
and
might
say-
have cut an arm off.
It looks like it could match the wounds that have cut an arm off. Yes.
You've got some explaining to do, matey boy.
Can I suggest
Grab his
that
arm.
we
My
hit?
intimidation yet, please.
I'm
Have
going
we
to grab this
restrained-
fellow as well.
Have we restrained all of the people yet?
I know what you mean. That's not mine. Not mine, Gov.
I'm just grabbing this fellow here next to me.
I'm trying to intimidate him.
All right.
Oh, he's
Feel
going to
free
get
to, but he's going to get held onto as well.
So I'm gonna just as we grab them all, I'm just gonna wander around the three of them and kind of look up into the sky and look around and go, shit, there's no one around to see you, is there? Anything could happen out here.
As you do that, the lead guy here goes, "Peace, peace. The Sigmar is our holy sovereign. Will you just lay off?
Yeah,
No.
did you let
Throw
me
down your
roll?
weapons, men. Throw down your weapons.
No.
Look, it's true, it's true. We killed that lying son of a bitch city boy we did. Smothered him in his sleep so he didn't suffer. Wasn't our plan. We were just following orders. Weren't anything personal. We were paid. We did it.
Whose orders?
Well, he was ruining everything for Joanna, wasn't he? Spoiling everything. A proper little saboteur. We had to do it for her sake, see? She'd worked so long and hard to get the commission. He would have ruined it for her if he didn't stop him. He hired that incompetent dwarf and those work-shy foreigners. By Mithril, he had spent funds meant to last a year. All along he swore to her he knew the business better than she did. We all agreed he had to be got rid of.
Who is we? Who is the we that agreed?
We're
Me
talking
and the
about.
mistress. I said.
No.
Name her.
It did do, Joanna.
He did actually. Do I think he's
I think
lying?
there's more of them.
Or
There's
do I
more
think
than there's
he's...
four of them. There's more than 1, 2, 3 and her. So who else?
Give me an intuition test. I'll come back
is
to
that-
that question in a second.
Thank you very much. Let me roll. Just bear with me whilst I roll a 97. Challenging, right?
Intuition.
There we go. 5. Is that right?
Oh, we're all shit hot on this today.
Yeah, man.
He's telling the truth. There's no hint that there's anybody other than who he names. He names Joanna himself and he points to his other 2 associates.
That's a waste of a 5. Right. My proposal to the party is that we take the basilisk head back, get our money, and then we also take their heads back and confront her afterwards.
Well,
All
hang
those in
on.
favour?
I'm not for taking heads. They should be going to. They should be going
Heads.
to watch.
Yeah,
They
the heads
have
as long
just.
as
There is no watch out here. We are in the Badlands.
Look,
There's
there's
no
only
police.
3 of them. We can drag them back.
Yeah, but the problem is if we drag them back, we're not going to get paid.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not, because we
said
will confront
back
somebody
to
who's
it.
got the
It's
money.
not
We need to
back
get
to
paid
it. No,
before we drag them back.
yeah.
Let's
In
put
which case we'll have all her money because
No, there's
No,
bullshit.
She's
we'll
guilty.
take. Hang on, guys. let's
I'm
not
sorry,
go
we're
into
not
We
taking
take-
the money.
We take the head back.
Yeah.
Get the money.
Yes.
Then take these to City Watch, where they will blab about Joanna, and they will get arrested, and she will get arrested.
I agree with that.
that works.
If they want to save their skins, they'll have to say what they say in front of the judge.
Is there
Just out of
some way
interest,
that-
can we check the packs, see if they've got money on them?
I think we need to make sure these fellas don't bump into Joanna first as well.
Well, that's
For their
the
own
thing.
sake,
We'll
of course.
we'll
I'll look
keep-
at the leader.
tie them at this side of the river.
Well, we're not leaving them behind, are we?
No way.
No. They need to be
Use
Not
their
even
heads, or maybe the
fine.
hands. Maybe a hand each?
What?
The problem is, if you do
I
that,
know,
Thomas,
but-
if you do that, Thomas, you'll be guilty.
No, not as guilty as people who were paid to murder our benefactor in his sleep.
Murder.
Murder. They murdered our benefactor in his sleep. Do you think what depth they will sleep to
But
to get out of this?
But you don't have
We
the
have
right.
the-
You're not in the watch anymore. You don't have the right to dish out
Even
punishment.
the watchdog can't do that kind of thing to someone.
No.
Needs to go through before the judge for that.
There is no judge out here. There's just me.
No, there's us as well.
Can I just
All
say,
right, fair enough.
I am the law.
Oh, come on. Are you telling me none of you want to just like take an arm or a leg off so they can't run away?
No.
No.
Tie them up and bring them with us.
But no, if we take the second
I'm happy to
that
take any of
they
their
get to camp, she's going to
any of
bolt
their
with our
money
money.
that they
we
might
don't-
have on
We
them.
don't do things like that. We take them halfway to camp. We don't take them all the way to camp, and we get the head to her. We get the money, and then we bring these in.
Yep.
She's not going to be expecting a head because there was no basilisk as far as she's concerned. So she's going to be a bit surprised when we actually turn up with a basilisk head.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
fucking point, my friend. Good point.
Doesn't matter. We've got a basilisk head, and that's what we've been paid to return to her.
Exactly.
Yep. Let's get the
So we
money.
just let them go, take the clothes,
That
take the
there
money.
is a verbal contract.
I've got a better idea. We take the clothes, we take their money, take their stuff, and just let them go in the swamp. And
You say take their phones.
yeah, no, their clothes.
Okay.
Their clothes, their boots, and their
Right.
motorcycles.
If they want to plead to Sigmar for
That is
mercy,
so cruel.
then
Take
let's see if Sigmar grants them mercy.
Look, we're heading north back to Ubersreich soon, aren't we? Anyway, so let's
Yes.
take them with us, hand them over to the authorities.
I'm not even give a shit in the countryside, bro.
We could also.
Maybe not, but it's House of Our Hands then.
It might be worth writing down their confessions.
Well, they're not going to write them down, so they'll just say that we made it up. That's assuming the watch can even read them.
And put that
Someone in
dagger.
the watch can.
Yeah, put that dagger somewhere safe.
I don't think they have DNA in these days, and they.
No, it's
Well,
not
they
DNA,
did, but
it's-
no way of checking it. Yeah, I'm not expecting her to be at the camp. I'm expecting her to have cut her losses and run for it. But I still think we say take the head back.
So
Yeah,
to be clear, what are you doing?
Taking the head back to camp.
Head, and
Yeah.
then
Keeping these fellows out of sight and
Are we going to
tied up.
at the party? We're going to have some people
Yes.
guard these fellows, and some people taking the head back in.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
just go all
okay.
together.
Some people take the head.
Yeah.
Me and somebody else watch the prisoners outside the camp,
Yeah, I'll
down
watch
the road a bit.
Yeah.
I definitely
They
think
they
that
say anything.
Elgast should either stay or go, but Rembrandt should do the opposite to what Elgast does.
Yeah, well, Rembrandt's the eloquent one out of the two of us, so he should go to the camp and speak to her.
Eloquent. Okay.
I have no fellowship.
So
So,
you're going to take everything back over the river.
yeah.
Wait. Some of you are going to wait just outside a camp with the bandits.
Yeah.
The rest of you are going into camp with the head. Who's
And
going
meat.
where? Who's going where?
I
I'm
guess I'll go
saying
into
with
camp with the head then.
Yeah, I'm staying with the prisoners.
I'm staying with the prisoners.
I'm going camp.
I'll stay with the prisoners and
If they ask where we are, we're still butchering the carcass of the.
Yep.
Given Thomas, you said your intent was just to carve off enough quality meat so that you could feed your companions for a good meal tonight.
Not just us, but like for the camp as well.
Yeah, so I'm not going to make you roll, but that's all you've got, right? You haven't got any spare meat to sell.
No, that's cool. That's fine.
Not
I'm okay with that. I'm here to be. I'm all about the people.
All right.
the meal's
doesn't
going to
this
cost
thing
them a
have
gold
any-
each, though.
Wait,
It
does the
doesn't dark as
hang
you.
on, does the bastard have some exotic stuff or something, maybe?
Yeah, but we haven't got time to actually cut that and get back to camp.
Right.
Well, to be fair, I don't know. Nobody else would know apart from maybe Thomas.
The only person is Thomas, and Thomas's view is not particularly in the way you're thinking. He could extract the organs, he could skin it, and he could carve up the meat. Those are the things that will sell the money.
Yeah.
He could probably boil the bones down, clean the bones up, and sell it as a skeleton as well. But all of those things will take him time. That's probably a good week of effort to kind of prep all that, and you just don't have the time.
Yeah.
All the equipment, because we'd have to store it as well, wouldn't we?
Yep. And then transport it.
Returning back to camp, there's a couple of things you know. The majority of the Strigani have gone. There are one or two wagons left where stragglers of the Strigani camp are still loading up their final parts of the belongings. There are no camps. There are no campfires lit. There are a couple that have the embers, but clearly they've been put out. There is still Rutger's tent sat there in the sort of the southeast of the camp, along with Joanna Stiegler's rather opulent-looking wagon, sort of sat on the opposite side of the camp in the northwest corner. Those of you who've gone back to camp with the head, you kind of head back and get to her wagon. She's sat forlorn looking on the steps of the rear of her wagon, tears rolling down her eyes. As you kind of round the corner and come into view with the head, you see her kind of give off a small sort of sob, a sigh. And as you get closer, you'll be wanting your money and abandoning me as well then, won't you? This whole thing's gone to ruin. I've lost everything. Here. At least I suppose you got justice for Rutger. And she tosses the bag.
I'll take the bag.
Lost everything.
Oh, this whole thing's a bust, isn't it? She hasn't got a mill. She spent lots of money. Brooke has spent lots of money.
She's still got her money.
I haven't. He stole it.
Who? What? What do you mean?
Dwarf. All of it.
What?
I'm ruined. And she starts
Does-
sobbing.
Does she?
Right. At this
Oh,
Does
point,
she
I
seem
would like,
legitimate?
I'd like to confront her. It's like, when you say ruined, Would you be less ruined if you hadn't arranged to get your partner murdered?
Oh, for Christ's sake, Thomas.
As you say that,
On
did you
purpose.
drop
Oh, for
what
Sigmar's
you-
sake.
Murder.
he was ruining me as well, spending the money on whores and gambling and frivolity, claiming that he was buying supplies and renting boats and getting the best he could. He was
So I'm
spending the money for himself. I had no
I'm
choice.
going to
I-
lean over to Rembrandt and ask Rembrandt, as a member of the Knightly Order, is it okay to murder somebody if they don't do things your way?
Not especially Thomas, no.
I didn't think so. Okay, so I'm a man of mixed morals, that's obvious. But what you did is wrong, and there's going to be a punishment for this.
He burst into tears. Please, please don't hand me to the authorities. Please, I promise I can be useful to you in Ubersreich if you just don't tell anybody. This could be our little secret.
Oh, what do you mean?
I'm sorry, Joanna, I don't think that's an option. Thomas is right. For once, we agree. This can't go unpunished.
Well, let's not be too hasty here.
You know, that thing you do
Rembrandt
when
just
you put
raises an
people-
eyebrow.
For a moment, she looks with hope towards the tall, towering figure of Ella.
Well, she's got contacts, hasn't she? I'm guessing. Although,
Thomas, watch her a moment. Ella, come here a moment.
Yes, I'm going to give you my best salute and pull out my shiniest knife.
Okay.
Authorities, Thomas. First.
I'll smile as well.
That doesn't encourage me at all. I take Ella slightly aside and I say, if she goes free, and we're the only ones that know about this, and she has contacts in Ubers, right? Do you not think there's going to be a target on our back?
no, because
She might play the game for a while, but she can afford to pay us this much money. She'll get money from somewhere else, and then there'll be people on our backs.
she just said she ain't got any money because the dwarf took it.
Trust me, nobles like this, they'll always find money. Anyway, I'll let you think on that as I turn back to Thomas. Please tell me she's not been shivved repeatedly.
Still sat there with a smile on her face. Her tongue has been pulled out of her neck and is dangling down.
And the head's on the desk.
No, she's just sat there crying.
Yeah, she's fine. Yeah. Crying.
So you missed twice.
Yeah. I tried to do it that you notice it. She just slipped over, you know.
So, in order to bring this to a conclusion, are you taking the bandits and her back to the authorities?
That's
Yes.
what Rembrandt's 2 shillings is all about. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's not
I
to
wanna go
say he
after-
won't listen.
I want to
and-
go after the dwarf.
No, that's fine. I'll accept that there is more of you than there are of me. So as long as we get the money, I'm okay.
Everybody give themselves 3 gold crowns, because she did up the price to 3 each.
Which I will be, if we are taking them to the authorities, I will be happy to report that she certainly does pay her bills.
She's got like being in the watch. Clump and Klaus is going to be her favourite.
So, wrapping that bit up, we'll then conclude for the evening, and then you can think about whether you want to do anything with the dwarf.
Which dwarf? I thought the dwarf ran off with all the money.
That's why I want to go after the dwarf. He's got money.
Yeah.
Did he run off all the money, or did he just take what he was owed and decided
Yes.
this was a bust?
The chest has gone.
Oh.
I mean, he did seem a slightly dodgy character.
It
but-
can't be
yeah.
that
He
difficult to
did
catch him,
want
though.
the
He's only got
talks,
little
didn't
legs.
he? Oh, the talks. Can we get the talks?
They've gone
What?
as well.
Oh, son of a...
Oh,
What's the talks?
you know what we
Little
dug up?
necklaces, the things that we actually got paid for last
It's-
session.
It's a very thin gold horseshoe that goes around your neck.
Oh, that thingy.
As
Yeah,
the last
6
of
of
the
them.
Strigani leave, you have a couple of horses left, which are Joanna's horses, and you tie them up and harness them up to her wagon, and you take her wagon back with you to Ubersreich. You journey through the night, not wanting to rest, dragging you kind of that classic tie the rope around the bandits' hands, string them together to the back of the wagon, and make them march along with you.
Not making Joanna march. She can be comfortable.
That's fine. I wasn't thinking you'd do that. You hand them over
We
to
got
the
a green
authority.
wagon now.
We'll come back to that in a second.
We'll load the
You
head
hand-
onto the wagon as well.
You hand them over to the authorities.
Don't we need some horses though to pull it?
There's 2 there. He's just said.
Oh,
You hand them over to the authorities. Over the next week, there is an investigation. The bandits are taken to Moore's Field and
As
executed.
well, they should be.
Indeed.
Joanna,
Incidentally, can I suggest to Joanna that we do know a fairly good lawyer?
that's good now.
no one
may-
knows. He's found guilty and executed. About 10 days later.
Told you we should have made a deal.
So here's what we're going to do. To Dart's point, there is a wagon. Technically, it was her property. The what? Sell it to you if you want it, along with the 2 horses.
But I'll take a horse.
You
So I
right.
will come up with costs for next session.
Okay.
The dwarf disappears into the underbelly of Ubersreich.
Okay, I'll find
And
him.
you will set, over the next couple of weeks, you will set Kay and probably Ella and maybe even Volquin into trying to track the dwarf down.
Okay.
Thomas has got some contacts with the what are they called? Stevedores, just in case he's trying to get out by boat.
Yeah.
And you
Sure,
can
Pete.
work.
Cool. That was a good
Next
time.
session, hold up. Next session, we're going to start with giving everybody an endeavour.
Okay.
And so a standard endeavour. So we'll go through each of you on your endeavour. And then at the end of that, you can have a banking endeavour. And
Well,
then you go down in cash to whatever you would normally have after a day's work. So bear that in mind.
Yep.
So if you don't spend your money or you don't bank it, you will lose it.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't bank it, can I? Because I'm too low level.
No, you can
correct.
stash it.
You can
I'm
stash
glad
it.
I bought this gold mine that I work at.
No,
Yeah.
I think you can bank it. You couldn't last time because of one of the rolls that we made.
Yes.
No, if you're, I think if you're too poor, you can't bank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll look into
Really?
that. We can look into
Yeah,
that for
but
next.
you can bank. What you can do is you can stick it. There's a stick in your mattress.
No,
option.
that was the other option. If you do,
Okay.
it was only because though I rolled was that thing where all people in the
Yeah, I rolled the unlucky one that screwed you lot over.
Yeah.
If you were,
The classic poor people can get fucked.
yeah, if you were no, it was
Mm.
criminals that basically got screwed over.
Yeah.
Anyone else was okay.
So just have a think about what you want to do next session in terms of your endeavour. So your endeavour can be going shopping to try and find a bow. It can be investing the money, whatever you want to do. If you want to purchase one of the 2 horses or the wagon or all 3 things, also let me know, and I'll get a price for what the watch will charge you. And that just leaves me
Hey, we would
with
have got that for free, guys, if we had let her go.
doing this.
There's cost to everything, Alan.
Yeah, and he contacting as well.
If we'd have let it go, you'd be looking over your shoulder.
I don't believe so.
I'm fairly sure you would have.
You knew she was a murderer, and I don't think she'd be quite happy with people knowing she's a murderer. And she has the money and the means to hire 3 people to do it.
Don't you know what session number this is?
10.
10!
Yeah.
Seriously?
No.
Yeah.
No way.
No, last time was.
9. Go back to the replays.
I think this is 8, so this must be 9, isn't it?
No, go back to the replays.
Oh, okay.